RVBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, including sports stars, professional wrestlers, actors, actresses, and TV personalities, sports video blogs about the NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, and the NFL, and college, professional wrestling video blogs, entertainment video blogs, MBTA video blogs, and a whole lot more. Collection of my work going back to June of 2014 is on Facebook and YouTube. RVBN, the only video blog that matters in Belica, Massachusetts. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Monday, December 26, 2016, around 8:21 in the evening in Belica, Massachusetts. It's lightly raining out right now, about 39 degrees. It's going to be warmer tonight and tomorrow morning, and it's going to be in the 50s. But back to reality on Wednesday. Potential nor'easter on Thursday. Rain along the coast and up to 128. Mix of rain and snow from 128 to the Worcester Hills and west of the Worcester Hills and the Berkshires and the Magnock regions, Green Mountains, White Mountains, and the Pine Tree State of Maine could be 6 or more inches of snow, but subject to change. And knowing this New England weather, wouldn't be surprised if 6 inches or more fell in the Merrimack Valley of Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Then again, wouldn't be surprised if it rained. Stay tuned. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. BC beat Maryland in the Quickie Lanes Bowl in Detroit by a score of 36-30. Congratulations to them. The USA men's junior hockey team beat Latvia in the preliminary round of the World Hockey Men's Junior Championship. And anybody who was majoring history at George Washington University are no longer required to take a class for U.S. history in order to get their degree in history. That's kind of dumb in my humble opinion. You have to take U.S. history because George Washington's the first president of the United States. That doesn't make sense. And sad news to report, in the world of comedy, comedian Ricky Harris passed away at the age of 54. So prayers to his family in this time of need. That's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash with my third and final video blog subject of the night. Pow, bam, wham, slam, mac, quack, puck, quack. I'm back. My third and final video blog subject of the night is a series that I'm going to be doing on a periodic basis. It is going to be revealing WWE Madison Square Garden house show results from December of 1983 to March of 1992. And this is going to be maybe a series that I might do 5 in 1 week, and then the next week takes a break, but 5 for another week, just to keep it fresh. The first Madison Square Garden house show card I'm going to be reviewing for the WWE is December 26th, 1983, the day that the Iron Sheik beat Bob Backlund for the WWE Championship. The MSG house show was shown on the MSG network, and also on the USA Network. And calling the action was Gorilla Monsoon and first Intercontinental Champion Pat Patterson. And His Lordship, Lord Alfred Hayes, made his WWE debut here interviewing the wrestlers. These were pre-taped interviews. And here are the results. The first match was Jose Luis Rivera facing off against Rene Goulet from Nice, France. And this was basically kind of an opening match for two jobbers to the stars at this point. Rene Goulet was a veteran, and Jose Luis Rivera was getting like a decent push. He was like beating like other heel preliminary wrestlers on television, but when he wrestled the mid-card or the upper heels on television, he would give him a competitive match, but he would lose. But in this one, Jose Luis Rivera pins Rene Goulet with a block flying scissors in about 10 minutes or so. The next match was Salvatore Bellomo, who was from Italy, facing off against Tiger Chun Li, who was managed by Freddie Blassie, but he didn't escort him to the ring at this time. It was a 20-minute time limit draw. Actually, it was 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Sometimes time limit draws for 20 minutes exaggerated. And it was basically just back and forth match. The next match was a tag team match. It was Superfly Jimmy Snuka and the Golden Boy Arnold Skolin substituting for Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, who was injured. He suffered a hip injury, and he never made an appearance in the WWE again. This happened in November 1983, but I think the real reason why that Buddy Rogers did not want to be in the WWE anymore, he did not want to babysit Superfly Jimmy Snuka because Snuka had a lot of demons. They faced off against the WWE Intercontinental Champion at this point, the magnificent Don Morocco, and the guiding light, Captain Lou Albano. And this was a kind of a horrible tag team match. Having Skolin and Lou Albano in this match was, awful. But the Superfly and Arnold Skolin win when Superfly gives Superfly Splash to the Magnificent One for the 1, 2, 3 Madison Square Garden pop. Snuka was one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE at this point. The next match was Sergeant Slaughter facing off against Chief Jay Strongbow. About 7-8 minute match, nothing special. Sergeant Slaughter did a clothesline to Chief Jay Strongbow, pinning him. Chief Jay was basically becoming a jobber to the stars, and Slaughter was still a heel, but he was kind of transitioning into a face role a couple of months later. The next match was the Masked Superstar, who's Bill Eadie, facing off against the Polish Power, Ivan Putski. And this was like a brawl, about 8 minutes. Both wrestlers were disqualified because they shoved the referee after they were in the ropes. So that was a smudge. The next match was for the WWE World Championship. It was the Iron Sheik with the Ayatollah Freddie Blassie facing off against the WWE Champion Bob Backlund with his manager Arnold Skolin. Bob Backlund was favoring his arm and his back because he suffered a arm injury and a neck injury a couple of days prior after he tried to lift the Persian clubs on television with the Iron Sheik, and the Sheik attacked him, and Bob was trying to do a gallant effort. He tried one of his finishing maneuvers, the bridge, on the Iron Sheik, but only got a 2 count. I'm very surprised he didn't put the crossface chicken win in him. And then the Iron Sheik puts the camel clutch on Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund said he would never give up, but Arnold Skaaland threw in the towel. And that constitutes the same as the submission. The Iron Sheik ends Bob Backlund's nearly 6-year run as WWE Champion. And the announcers like Gorilla Monsoon and Pat Patterson was so stunned. The next match was a 6-man tag team match. It was the Wild Samoans, Arthur and Sika and Samula, facing off against the WWE Tag Team Champions, Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson, with the tag team partner, SD Special Delivery Jones. It was a 2 out of 3 fall matchup. And the first fall was a double disqualification on both teams when all 6 wrestlers fighting in the ring. Referee, loses control. He throws that match out, and he gives so that both teams have 1 fall. And then the second fall, Arthur pinned SD Jones with a headbutt. Shocker. SD Jones was a jobber to the stars. I don't know why they would have a second fall after both they awarded each team a fall. If there was a double disqualification in a 2 out of 3 fall match, they should throw it right out. Makes no sense. The next match was Tito Santana facing off against the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff, former WWE champion, and this was about a 15-minute match, and Tito Santana beats Ivan Koloff with an elbow smash. And interesting fact, this was the last Madison Square Garden appearance and the final WWE appearance by the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff. He soon bolts to Jim Crockett Promotions Mid-Atlantic for the remainder of his full-time wrestling career. Very surprisingly, WWE never brought him back in the mid-1980s, late 1980s. And the final match, or what you would consider the main event, the Invaders, who are a masked team from Puerto Rico, facing Iron Mike Sharp and Butcher Vachon. One of the invaders was Jose Gonzalez, who's infamous for stabbing Bruiser Brody in Puerto Rico, leading to Bruiser Brody's death. Jose Gonzalez eventually got acquitted of that, and he still works in Puerto Rico. And this was a 10-minute match. The Invaders won when one of the Invaders pinned Butcher Vachon after the other one hip tossed him. And sometimes, if like they were having this match in the mid-1980s, late 1980s, Gorilla Monsoon would probably say this main event this match could main event anywhere in the United States of America. And this was the main event at Madison Square Garden that night because it was the final match. But the real main event was the Iron Sheik facing off against Bob Backlund. The WWE for years would put the main event in the middle of the card because back in the 1970s, when they either had Bruno Sammartino or Pedro Morales, New York City was a big ethnic population of Italians and Puerto Ricans, and they did not want those fans rioting if the main event was on last. That's a true story fact. And this, house show what you typical see on the house shows in the 1980s in the WWE, especially in the Northeast Territory. I give this a B- because of the title change. I got to see this card when they had it on the USA Network 2 months after it actually took place. Tomorrow, I'll be back with 3 more video blogs coming for you. First video blog will be about my personality profile for tomorrow. It will be about Hockey Hall of Fame goaltender Glenn Hall. Second video blog for the day is I'll tell you which NFL coaches are going to get fired at season end. And third and final video blog of the night will be about the Madison Square Garden house show from January 23rd, 1984. The start of Hulkamania. Keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO Oxen has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning as she's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York. Such a rocking cougar's got the best legs in New York City. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. Best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Lisa Bell of News 6 Orlando, Florida is such a sweetheart, and she's got the best legs in Orlando, Florida, next to Amy Sweezy, Elizabeth Hart, and Julie Button, my lady. And in the words of Ed Whalen, former Stampede announcer and Calgary Flames announcer. In the meantime, in between time, that's another edition of Stampede Wrestling. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.